I would first like to welcome you all and thank you for coming. This is an extremely important time for our party, and it's an exciting day, not only for Cam and Ruth and their family, but it's an exciting day for all of us who are keen to see our party led by a young, dynamic, responsible, and skilled leader. I suspect that Cam and Ruth's daughters, Ingrid and Clara, will probably have to watch this video a few years down the road to grasp the significance of this day. But we're thrilled that they've joined us here this afternoon. Cam was born in Regina and spent his early years living in Lalache, Green Lake, Meadow Lake, and Larange before his family settled in Saskatoon. His roots in our party run deep. His grandfather, Hans Broten, was a CCF MLA under Tommy Douglas and Woodrow Lloyd in the 1960s, right in the midst of the great struggle to introduce Medicare. So Cam grew up knowing the importance of public service and of building a stronger and fairer Saskatchewan. He earned an international studies degree from the University of Saskatchewan and a master's in political science at Simon Fraser University. Throughout his university years, he spent the summers working as a tree planter. He studied in Guatemala for 4 months and lived with a local family, and he served as a facilitator with the BC Citizens Assembly on electoral reform. After completing his master's degree, Cam returned to Saskatchewan and worked as a policy analyst with the provincial government and then as a health policy manager with the Saskatchewan Medical Association. He also served as an elected board member with the Saskatoon Co-op. In 2007, Cam sought public office. He won a hotly contested nomination on the first ballot, and 7 months later, he won the election here in Saskatoon Massey Place and took his seat in the Legislative Assembly. Cam currently serves as the critic for health, advanced education, employment, immigration, and seniors. He's done a remarkable job of reaching out to Saskatchewan people and standing up for what matters to them. Just last week, a prominent political columnist noted that Cam has continually demonstrated substance and been a top performer in the legislature, while also having, quote, a very saleable image for the NDP. The people of Saskatoon have indeed liked what they've seen from Cam. For 2 years in a row, he's been voted the best MLA in Planet S magazine's contest. And that doesn't surprise me at all. I knocked doors with Cam in last fall's election campaign, so I saw firsthand his genuine interest in people, his compassion, his kindness, and his humor, and the real connection that he built with people. There is no doubt in my mind that Cam is the best equipped to provide strong and responsible leadership as we build our party and work to earn the trust of Saskatchewan people. We need a leader who has a clear plan for our party and a compelling vision for our province. A leader who has earned the trust of widely respected former and current MLAs such as Frank Quinnell and Danielle Chartier. A leader who inspires my generation. A leader who is proven, principled, and ready to lead. Friends, Cam Broten is that leader. So would you join me in welcoming the person I hope will be our next leader and our next premier, Cam Broten?
Thank you, Kat, so much for that kind introduction. Welcome. Wow, this is fantastic. It's great to see so many people here today. Thank you so much for making the effort and being here on this for this very important announcement. Ruth and I are very happy to see you all. A special hello to a few individuals, former MPs Ray Funk and Ron Fisher and John Perry, who are here. Thank you so much for your attendance, as well as past MLA Jerry Hammersmith. Thank you for being here for this launch. It does mean a lot. And to Danielle Chartier and Frank Quinnell, thank you for being here. I've enjoyed working with you, enjoyed learning from you, and I want you to know that it means a tremendous amount to me to have your support through this process, so thank you very much. To every one of you, for those of you that are from Saskatoon Massey Place, and those of you who have come across the river, and some of you who have driven a bit of a distance today to be here, thank you very much for your attendance. And to Ruth and Clara and Ingrid, who's sitting on my dad's lap. Hopefully everything goes all right for the next few minutes. Thank you, and my sister Nancy is here as well, so thank you to my family. Well, friends, today I declare my candidacy for the leadership of the Saskatchewan New Democrats. Thank you. You know, I'm actually having a little bit of deja vu here this afternoon because it was just across this parking lot at the Co-op gas station where I went for my very first job interview when I was 16 years old. And I remember being a little bit nervous going into the job interview, but don't worry, I did get the job. Things worked out. And I know for some of you in this room, the first time we met, it wasn't at a political rally, it wasn't on the doorstep during an election, but it's when you pulled up to the pumps and rolled down your window and asked me to fill it up with regular. So I apologize for the times I left streaks on your windows and forgot to ask if you needed your oil checked. But a lot has changed since that time. I've finished high school, of course, and received a bachelor's and a master's degree. I met Ruth, and we were married, and we have 2 wonderful girls. I've had several jobs in policy-related fields, and I have won a nomination for here in Saskatoon Massey Place, and have been elected 2 times. And admittedly, as you can see, I also have a bit more gray in my hair than I did when I pumped gas at the co-op. But I'm very excited about this process. I'm very excited to be here today and starting off the leadership campaign. I'm excited about the process, but I'm excited about the prospect of leading our great party, a party that has done so much for Saskatchewan and for our country. And I'm also excited to do the rebuilding and the strengthening of our party that we need to do in order to have appeal to the broader public once again. For that to happen, our party needs to display the same characteristics as the society we aim to create, being more open, more democratic, more diverse, and firmly built upon the principle that we can accomplish and achieve so much more working together than working alone. My plan for revitalizing the party starts with making membership matter, including and involving people in more meaningful ways and making our policy development process more engaging, more deliberative, and more democratic. And my plan for the party includes electing more women, not simply talking about it, but actually doing it. Exactly. And our party needs to be more representative of the diversity in the communities in which we live. And this includes from our constituency associations right through to our slate of candidates that we run in an election. My plan for the party also includes restoring our connection with those who live in rural Saskatchewan, where our party is rooted and where right-wing parties now take the vote for granted. Friends, if we do that, if we make membership matter, if we improve how we develop policies, if we elect more women and people of diversity, if we restore our rural roots once again, I am confident that we can be the vibrant political force that we have been in the past. Our party has an incredible legacy. We're the party that created the first Bill of Rights and first Human Rights Code in the country. The party that first introduced the first Occupational Health Act and the first Comprehensive Trade Union Act in North America. The party that created crown corporations like SaskPower and extended electrification throughout the province. The party that repeatedly cleaned up fiscal disasters left from Liberals and Conservatives and left money in the bank. And yes, the party of dental programs, of prescription drug plans, and of home care. And yes, the party of universal Medicare. That is our legacy, friends. It's a legacy of addressing big challenges with big ideas. It's a legacy of repeatedly showing that social democracy is not some impossible plan, but it's a practical program that benefits people here in Saskatchewan. Friends, we need to be that party again, a vibrant political force that listens to the needs and aspirations of Saskatchewan people and presents a compelling vision of the future. As Kat mentioned in her introduction, my grandfather, Hans Broten, was a CCF MLA in the 1960s for the Watrous constituency. And he was right there in the legislature during the big struggle to introduce Medicare here in the province. And I remember from a young age, I always respected and looked up to my grandpa a great deal. In fact, in grade 3, when we had a class election, I proudly ran on the CCF ticket, just like my grandpa. And we had a very bold and I think courageous platform. It included a skating party, hot chocolate, and Jell-O squares. So some pretty big ideas for grade 3ers. And of course, we won and delivered on our election promises, as any CCF candidate should. But I learned at that young age that in order to do a good job as a politician, we need to listen to the needs and the aspirations of the people we serve. In grade 3, it was something simple like a skating party, but today, of course, the issues are much greater and much more significant. Saskatchewan is a great province, and we know this because we live here. We love living here. And we don't need to argue that it's not a great province in order to make the case that we can be even better. For many of us in the province, things are going well, but for those who are struggling, we know that life can be a lot better. And I think life can be a lot better for everyone here in the province, not just those who are struggling. We could be a better province for everyone if we strengthened our democracy and made better decisions, smarter decisions, and thought in terms of generations as opposed to election cycles. We could be a better province for everyone if we work to expand and improve our public health care system, undertaking the all-important second phase of Medicare that its founders envisioned. We could be a better province for everyone if we work to secure a greener future, protect our precious environment, and leave the planet in a better condition than when we received it. We could be a better province for everyone if we work to have a stronger and more vibrant farming sector, not only producing food, but also strengthening the communities throughout the province. Above all else, we could be a better province for everyone if our main focus was building a healthier and more equal society. When we reduce poverty, treat working people fairly, create more affordable housing, and improve our education systems straight from early childhood and learning and care to post-secondary education and skills training, when we do that, the entire province benefits. My vision for our province is one of shared futures, because our destinies are interconnected, I believe. Rural and urban, north and south, businesses and working people, First Nations and Métis peoples, and recent immigrants, as well as those of us who are grandchildren and great-grandchildren of immigrants, and indeed our planet and us. Our destinies are interconnected. We all have shared futures. We would all benefit from a stronger province in which our fellow citizens can more fully achieve their full potential and contribute to the economic and social fabric of the province we all love. And we would all benefit from having a cleaner environment. That's my vision. That's my vision, and I believe that's our vision as New Democrats, to have a healthier society, a healthier environment, and to have better futures for all people. For me, that vision is embodied in the faces of our two girls, Ingrid and Clara. When I look at them, I want them to have a better life when they're adults. I want their children to have a better life. But I don't simply wish that for Ingrid and Clara. I wish that for all Saskatchewan children. And that's the endeavor that we are on as New Democrats.
Hear, hear.
So friends, we know we have a tremendous amount of work to do as a province to complete that vision that I just stated. We know there's a tremendous amount of work to do as a party in order to be in the right shape that we need to be in order to lead that change. That's why I'm excited to be here today, to provide the strong leadership to the Saskatchewan New Democrats that is needed, and to ensure we do the building and the proper work occurs so that we are once again in a place to be attractive to all Saskatchewan people and lead the change that we need. Once again, we need to be the party that tackles big challenges with big ideas, and I know we can do it together. Friends, I appreciate so much the fact that you are here today. At the beginning, I talked about a job interview when I was 16, and today we're embarking on a much greater job interview. A job interview of about 6 months and 4 days, I think it is, last time I counted, with many forums, with meetings, with plenty of interviews with the media. It will be a long race, but I'm excited at the prospect because I'm excited about the future of this province. Thank you so much for being here today. It means a great deal to me. Thank you.